Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here. No! It's Clear Ranger 143 here. And guess what? We're back outside. And you know what that means? Time to review another handheld. And that handheld is none other than the RadioShack 12-522. Now, it's very windy out here, as you can probably tell, because the wind is, I'm not sure if the wind is catching up towards the camera's microphone or not, but it's windy. But that's not stopping me. So anyway, RadioShack, Midland, two major competitors in the weather radio industry. Because this, right here, this was RadioShack's answer to Midland's popular HH54 VP2. Now, this radio was made in, I believe, 2006? I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to confirm that when I get back to the house, because that's where the manual is, and it will say the date on the manual. So, right now, I'm just going to guess 2006, because it looks like that. Anyway, RadioShack 12-522. RadioShack's answer to the Midland HH54 VP2. And if you look at it, it is actually a very brightly colored radio. It looks very nice in terms of cosmetics. So, as you can see, it's got the red base, 3 sections of buttons, the weather button, the directional pad, up, down, left, right, and the menu button. Plus, there's 2 buttons on top right here, the power button and the travel and home button. On the back, it's slightly curved there. It says RadioShack on the antenna, just like Midland's HH54 PV2. PV2. Good job. I'm talking too fast. I gotta slow down. Just like how Midland's HH54 VP2 antenna says Midland on it, this one says RadioShack. There is an older version of this particular radio, and that is the 259. Yes, the 12-259. It's basically the same radio, only it can't recharge rechargeable batteries like this one can, and it comes in either silver or beige. Yeah, it comes in beige. I'm sorry. For all you guys out there who like beige, I'm sorry. I absolutely hate the color beige. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think beige looks good on anything, especially weather radios. Silver is better, much better. But anyways, enough with that. There's the belt clip on the back, which rotates, by the way. This is the weirdest belt clip I've ever seen for any handheld. And yes, it snaps right out. You just push this down, and the 2 clips in between just close in, and it snaps right out. This is one of the weirdest belt clips I've ever seen, like I've said. And if you want to put it back, it just snaps back in place. And as you can see on the back of the battery compartment, there's 3 of my rechargeable batteries, and one of the batteries doesn't have a label, but whatever, it still works. So, another thing right here is the slot where you can plug in a 6-volt adapter, but the adapter I use for this radio is a PSP 5-volt adapter. It has the same slot and it works brilliantly. So, and if you wonder why I'm using an off-brand adapter for this radio, which is something I do not do at all, is because there's a simple reason. RadioShack, being as clever as they are, they decided to ship this radio in numerous numbers without including a power adapter. How nice. So you have to either find one with, it has to be the H-head slot, as it says on the back of the radio. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let me get the belt clip out of the way. There it is right there. Type, focus, type H. Yeah, it needs the H-head adapter, which means you have to buy your own or just find one if you have a bucket of adapters like I do in my house. But yeah, that's just very inconsiderate, RadioShack. I mean, come on. You're selling a handheld. Why can't you be as generous as Midland was with the HH54 VP, which didn't include a rechargeable battery? Why couldn't you be that generous, damn it? But anyway, we're going to get into some of the features that this thing has, and it should be very entertaining. So, let's take a look. First off, the button beeps and the siren test. Here it is. So anyway, let's start with the button beeps first. Yeah, very, 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 very high-pitched button beeps here. As NorCal Dude 599 once said, it almost sounds like a microwave oven. Hey, I'm gonna cook the popcorn real quick. Let me shut this here. I'm gonna cook some popcorn and just make it to 50 seconds. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. But yeah, those are the button beeps. Now for the siren test. Okay, you get the point. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, basically. Very simple sounding siren. It's not as terrifying. It doesn't sound as terrifying as the Midland HH54 VP2 when you get a warning. But since this is RadioShack, you know how RadioShack designs their radios. They always have to use one tone for every damn type of warning. So this is it. Another thing that I don't like on this radio is that there's no warning lights. Why couldn't you put one here, right on, like the HH? Or hell, just put 3 lights. 3 tiny little teeny weeny lights. Put them there. Why didn't you? Again, it's RadioShack. So, anyway, next feature. Next feature that I find really revolutionary is the temperature sensor. Yes, you see that right there? The 71. According to this radio, it's 71 degrees Fahrenheit. But I beg to differ. Because if it was 71 degrees right now in this forest that I'm in reviewing this radio, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be getting goosebumps on my arms. So, yeah. The temperature sensor is a bit off. But whatever, right? Oh, now it dropped down to 69. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, let's see. That's pretty much it, but if you prefer Celsius, you can change it to Celsius. Just by going to temperature and just clicking the right arrow, you can see the 69 degrees Fahrenheit flashing. Press the up or down arrow to make it 21 degrees Celsius. Now that is a pretty cool feature, I have to say. But right now, according to this radio at least, it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're going to leave it at that. Very nice feature. Cool. And signal loss, of course. Next feature that I find really nice on this radio is the reception. So let's press the WX button and see what we get.
This afternoon, sunny. Highs in the lower 60s. Southeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in 40s. South winds around 5 miles an hour.
Obviously, that is KJY85 on channel 6. But let's go ahead and see the other channels.
Chance of rain 70%.
Channel 5. Wait, what did I hear? Oh. Oh!
Weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the latest weather information.
Oh!
This NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the...
Oh! Looks like WNG 588 out of Mount Jefferson, North Carolina, is having issues. I was not expecting that. If Blacksburg issued a public information statement about it on AEM, but I must have not seen it then, because I didn't know the station was off the air until now. This is raw footage. So, well, rip that station, I guess. Back to the channels.
Weather.gov for the latest weather information. In South Carolina, it was fair, with a temperature of 58 at Greenville, Spartanburg, and 64 at Columbia.
WXL 70, Charlotte.
At the Charlotte airport, it was 59 degrees and fair. Now for the official National Weather Service.
WNG 538, Linville.
Including Bakersville, Burnsville, Doolin, and Spruce Pine.
Spruce Pine, that's us.
This afternoon, sunny. Highs in the mid-50s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Greensboro reported 57.
KHC 27.
Reported 60, and Asheville reported 54.
Rock Hill, South Carolina.
It was fair, with a temperature of 58 at Greenville, Spartanburg, 58. Highs in the lower 50s.
WXL 56.
15 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Chance of rain.
Mosquitoes,
90%.
damn it.
Wednesday night, rain until midnight, then showers after midnight. Lows in the upper 40s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Gusts up to 30 miles an hour until midnight. Rain becoming likely by afternoon.
Wow, WXJ 21.
Southeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain 70%. So the potential of flooding as well. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station
WXK 47 too.
Broadcasting from Holston Mountain with content originating from your National Weather Service office in Morristown, Tennessee.
Well then.
Statesville, it was 56 degrees and fair.
Keep it on channel 6 because that's the channel that I can get the strongest signal on. Oh, one more thing I would like to show is the channel finder. Just like the HH54 VP2, if you have it on travel mode, it will automatically search for the channel with the strongest signal. So, well, we're going to demonstrate that right now. Select channel, change that to auto, searching, channel 4 available. Oh, okay. So it appears that channel 4 has the strongest signal over KJY85 at the moment.
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time observations for the Charlotte metropolitan area on Tuesday, February 27th.
Yeah, it does. That's nice. I'm going to change that back to manual because...
Visit weather.gov for the latest weather information. This NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air. Please tune to an alternate weather radio broadcast or visit weather.gov for the latest weather information.
Okay, if your station is off the air, WNG 588, why don't you just make it to static? Why do you have to make the BM8 call voice saying it is temporarily off the air?
Phew. Sorry about that, guys. I had to let that out. But anyways, next feature. The travel mode and home mode. So, as you can clearly see right here, right next to the power button, is the travel/home button. if you hold that down, you can see that it's now in travel mode and it's searching for channels. And it searched for channel 4, just like it did the last time when I set it to automatic.
Lower 60s.
So this radio does the same thing as the HH, except the travel and home button is on the top rather than on the front of the radio. But, and you can just change that back to home mode. And there you go, it's back on home mode. But, right here, I find this really useful. You know how on the HH, the on-off button is right next to the weather button? On the top of the radio? Well, you know how it just turns off the backlight but displays the clock? The 522 does otherwise, because if I hold it down here, you can see that it turns the radio completely off. But it still has your time saved and everything. But it turns the display off completely. It's still on. You just have to press the power button again. But I don't know if they were doing that just to try and save power, but if they did, that's something they did that's very considerate. So, because let's be honest here. The 522, the 259, and the 993... I got a 993. Wait, what? The 993, the 259, and the 522 eats batteries like candy, as Norfolk Southern Storm once said. I mean, it does. It does. The HH lasts longer than the 522, 259, or 993. The battery consumption is unreal on these handhelds. I know it tries its best to keep power, but it eats it like it's nothing. It eats the juice of the batteries like it's nothing. Hear that echo? But yeah, you can see that, yeah, I can see why RadioShack is the way it is, but there's nothing we can do about it. They tried their best. Oh well. And of course, if you want to turn it back on, you just press the power button again. And it's back to normal. So, sweet. Yes, believe it or not, this tiny little pocket radio, well, not pocket, handheld, portable, belt clippable, if that's even a word, radio has the ability to block out certain alerts. And here it is, tone defeat. If you press the right arrow, you can disable warnings, watches, or advisories. Oh, and by the way, one small detail that I need to point out. Remember how I said that this radio has no warning light? Instead, if you get a warning, it does something similar to the Oregon Scientific's. It flashes either warning, watch, or advisory on the screen. Very, very similar to the Oregon Scientific handhelds. And Norfolk Southern Storm, if you're watching this, you can vouch to that, because you have an Oregon Scientific. WR102? I don't remember the model number, but whatever. So anyway, if you press the right arrow, avalanche warning. I know avalanche warnings exist, but I live in an area that doesn't get avalanches. This is North Carolina, not Washington, not Montana, not Idaho. This is North Carolina. We don't get any avalanches here, so we can just disable that. Tone off. Boil water warning. I better keep that on because you never know. Blizzard warning, those exist. Coastal flood warning, I live nowhere near the coast. Dust storm warning, no thank you. Flash flood warning, oh of course. Fire warning. They do exist, so I better keep that on. Flash freeze warning.
That doesn't even exist! So why do you have it on there? That warning doesn't even exist!
We can turn that off. Freeze warning. They do exist, but they don't tone those damn things over NWR. High wind warning, those exist. Iceberg warning. Iceberg warning. They do not exist! Special marine warning. Maybe if I go on vacation to Myrtle Beach again like I did in 2013, maybe I'll get a special marine warning.
But no!
Severe thunderstorm warning, of course. Winter storm warning, of course. But yeah, you get the idea. So, yeah. Wait. Oh, sorry, I accidentally exited out of it. Watch. Avalanche watch. Don't need it. Don't need it. Oh, hey, it's the damn watch again. I don't want you, you damn watch. Evacuation watch. Meh. Flash flood watch.
They're gonna get rid of those in 2018, which is this is 2018. They're gonna get rid of those this year, aren't they? Thanks, National Weather Service.
We might as well keep it enabled while we can. Flood watch. Hurricane watch. I don't live near the coast. Severe thunderstorm watch. Tornado watch. Tropical storm warning. I don't live near the coast, damn it. Wildfire watch. That doesn't even exist. Winter storm watch. They don't tone those. Unrecognized watch. Avalanche watch. Yeah, pretty much. Oh. Back to the advisories now. Administrative message. I'll keep the child abduction emergency. Practice demo. I doubt we'll get that. Flash flood statement. They don't tone those. Flood statement. They don't tone those. Hurricane statement. They don't tone those because I don't live anywhere near the coast. National audible test. What the hell is that? National information center. No way. Network notification. No. National periodic test. They don't tone those over NWR. National silent test.
What is the purpose of that? May I ask?
I'm probably scaring some of you guys right now, so I better stop. Power outage advisory. They don't exist. Required monthly tests. Those exist. Required weekly tests. Those exist. Special weather statement. They don't tone them. Severe weather statement. They don't tone them here, at least. 911 telephone outage emergency. Transmitter backup on. Transmitter carrier off. Transmitter carrier on. Transmitter primary on. Unrecognized emergency. Unrecognized statement. No, thank you. But yeah, you get the point. So, yeah. But this little pocket radio, I guess it could be a pocket radio. I mean, it fits, but it's a handheld, really. If you want a pocket radio, that's the HH50 and or the HH51. Battletoads, anyone? Only Katie will get the reference. Anyway, next feature. Okay, I just figured something out about the temperature sensor. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with sunlight. Because I left this thing in the sun just so you could see... Excuse me. Because I left this thing out in the sun just so you could see it for good lighting. And it's already jumped up from 69 degrees to 84 degrees. Yeah. Well, that explains it. Anyway, the last feature. The signal reminder. If we turn this on real quick. Now let's tune to channel 5. Let's tune to channel 5. There we go, signal loss. Wait for it. What's that? Yes, that's the signal reminder. Those beeps are the signal reminder. But if we go ahead and turn that off, it won't alert you. I'm just glad they put that there just so you know that something's terribly wrong with your handheld radio and it's not getting a good signal. No wonder why it hasn't been activating. So, yeah. Very cool. Just like RadioShack does on all of their other weather radios. It's not just the handhelds, I mean. I mean, they did it on all their radios. They did it on the 382, the 261, the 262, the 521, the 522, of course, the 259, the 993, the 996, the 991, the pill. Yeah. I hope I get the full arsenal of RadioShack radios one day. Maybe I will this year. I mean, I already got the 522 and the 262, and they've been working fine since I got them, surprisingly. And I hope they work for many, many years. Plus, this was brand new, so yeah. I hope they do. But anyways, yeah. Well, actually, you know how I said this is the last feature? That's not true. There's one more thing I almost forgot to show you guys, so let's do that real quick. Well, I'm going to pull off the same thing I did last time when I had the frickin' HH54 VP2 up here. So, here we go. By the powers of deviousness, teleport me back! 1, 2, 3! Well then, just like that, we're back. So anyway, remember how I showed you the dock, like on the HH? The 522, the 259, or the 993 doesn't come with a dock. And this lens protector always gets in the way when I'm filming. How lovely. But anyway, yeah, this radio doesn't come with a dock. But it does have an alternative. You see these two raised areas in the bottom of the radio? This is the stand. This is what makes it stand straight. Kind of like how the HH does, because the HH has those things too. Hold on, let me get those. See them right there? Yeah. But the HH seems to stand a little bit lower, like it's almost like it wants to fall down, unlike the 522. But as you can see, they both have stands. Yeah, two very nice radios. Put that in the dock. Oh, and here's the adapter that I was talking about earlier. This is the PSP adapter that I use. And yes, it actually fits, even though it's 1 volt less than its required amount, which is 6 volts. 5 volts does the job. So, as you can see, I'm going to plug it in here. You see the red light comes on? That indicates that it's charging the rechargeable batteries. Yes, this radio can actually charge rechargeable batteries if you have them in the radio. Just like how the 519 can do it. And the 993. But the 259 can't do that. So, yeah. And it works. Signal's a bit raspy and staticky right now, but...
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Mooresville area, including Charlotte and Statesville. This afternoon, sunny. Highs in the lower 60s.
Surprised this is still doing well. But anyway, yeah. So, I guess that's pretty much it. So, until then, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to comment down below. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel for future videos like these. So, there's a 74109. But anyway, this is Clay Ranger 143 signing out. Bye-bye, guys.